folks. I am John Najarian. I'm here at NFTLA. The event is fantastic. Thanks to Josh Krieger and the team at Edge of NFT for putting on such a great conference. Mark Cuban, this afternoon, let's see, I'll be interviewing, in addition to a bunch of the other interviews I've done, I'll be out with Michael Casey, Chief Content Officer over at CoinDesk, and just a lot of really smart, really cool projects and wonderful folks that have joined us here in LA. Probably, I don't know, somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 people. Very, very strong showing for NFTs. But you probably tuned in to see 3 at 3. Bang. So let's get started with today's 3 at 3 for the last day of March. That is the 31st, of course. Unusual option activity. Yep, if you're just joining us for the first time, you know that Pete and I are famous for developing heat seeker technologies, but you may or may not understand what it is basically an algorithm that's looking for large block buying on the offer of either calls, which would be bullish, or puts, which would be bearish. And as you know, frequently, about 78% of the time, which is pretty frequent, these moves foretell big moves in those underlying stocks or ETFs. And we're grateful to have all of you join us. Keep in mind that there's always a risk in investing. You need to understand the risks before you invest, folks. I'll try to walk you through how I am trading these particular trades. So here's one from yesterday. And that on the top of the page there is what we talked about on the halftime report yesterday, which was, of course, LAC, that's Lithium America. The stock was 35.45, 5,200 of the April 45 calls were bought. So a couple things to note. One, those were $10 out of the money calls. So that's a pretty big jump that they're projecting in a very short period of time, just over 2 weeks. Second, 5,200 represents 520,000 shares of stock, because every option is for, you got it, 100 shares of stock. Every option is 400 shares of stock. So they bought these calls starting at 20 cents yesterday. They bought them all the way up to 50 cents, depending when you got in, if you followed us. Zombie Collective RNFT, which is launching in the next few weeks. More about that in effect. But the calls traded all the way up today to over $1. And with the stock moving up 6%, the options were up 150%. Again, that's why you trade options, my friends, because you get that kind of leverage as well as a defined amount of risk on entry. So that's a little look back at just one day ago when we had that call on the halftime report, as well as to all of our subscribers earlier in the morning. Southwest Energy, another one that I did on both the halftime report and 3 at 3, as well as, of course, our subscribers, which saw that bullish call buying with stock just over $6. Again, 520,000 share equivalent, because 5,200 is, multiply that times 100, or if you want to make it easy, just add 2 zeros to the end of 5,200, 520,000 shares of stock. If you want to follow people that trade 500,000 shares of stock, you need heat seeker technologies and unusual option activity. So that's Southwest Energy. They were buying those April 6 calls. Well, they went pretty deep in the money today because Southwest traded up to 724 as of that you see on your screen right there. So that would mean that the right to buy it at 6 is worth $1.24. Bang. All right, I've sold upside calls against it, which are now just slightly in the money. And I love the activity in this name, SWN. Advanced Micro Devices, yeah, we had it at 115. Yes, it went to 120, as you saw on an earlier slide, perhaps this week. And just a little bit ago, 123.37. So another big winner. Again, you have to be disciplined. My brother Pete likes to always say DTA, discipline dictates action. So to stay disciplined, I'm taking profits on this and moving off to the sidelines. Doesn't mean I hate AMD, doesn't mean I'm getting short or betting against it. I'm just trying to make sure that I put that money where it belongs, in my pocket. Bang. And then Crypto Convo. Crypto Convo are conversations that I have with crypto influencers, with people that are launching new projects, whether those are in the NFT space, non-fungible tokens. Like I told you, this Zombie Collective. If you would like to join our Discord, go to thezombicollective.com. You'll see our website. You can follow us on Twitter, same thing, The Zombie NFT. It is on Twitter, or The Zombie Collective on Instagram. And you can see how to join the Discord and perhaps get on the whitelist. It's going to be cool. You've already seen Tom Lee tweeting about it, seen me tweeting about it, Adam Carolla, Anthony Scaramucci. We have so many folks that are going to be part of the Zombie Collective. You want to check it out. Even if you're just brand new to NFTs and crypto, at least do a little research and take a look. And you can follow us at thezombicollective.com. If you'd like to see the videos that we do, one of the places to go is, of course, cryptoconvo.com, and do it regularly. Cryptoconvo.com. Zombie Collective, a whole bunch of other great stuff going on at cryptoconvo.com. All right, now let's get to today's 3 at 3. 3 at 3 for today. First one, RCL. This was my final trade yesterday. And the stock moving up pretty dramatically, pardon me, today. How dramatically? Well, through 85 today. So now they're not buying the 80s or the 85s anymore. They're buying the June 90 calls. So June 90s are, of course, April, May, June, 3 months into the future. So 4,500 is 450,000 shares of stock of an $82 stock. Yeah, that's a pretty big commitment by somebody. That's why we want to follow that. So there it is with the stock, almost 85. It's been over 85 today. RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Bang. Already working from yesterday, and they're still pushing for more today. Love that. Flex, take a look at this one. FLEX. Stock's $18.59. They're buying the 18 calls. What does that mean? That means they're buying something in the money. These calls are already worth 59 cents because the right to buy it at 18, when it's trading 18.59, 59 cents. So this is somebody who wants to simulate a long position immediately, not out of the money right now. So they're out 2 months into the future till May expiration. I'm in these calls with my intention being that I will sell higher strikes against it as it rallies to the upside. You've got to decide what's appropriate for you. Some of you may elect instead to sell puts to the downside, saying, I get to keep all that premium. Yeah, you get to keep that premium if it stays above that level, whatever put strike you're selling. Some of you will elect to do calendar spreads, meaning that you'll buy the May 19s, for instance, and sell the April 19 calls, and say that they only have 2 weeks to be right. In the Aprils, you have a lot more time in May, and you might end up getting to keep all that April premium and then put out May calls against your long May 19th. Again, not advice, just telling you how some people will elect to trade. Finally, Macy's. So this one's a bearish activity, and I want to emphasize bearish, not hugely bearish. 5,000, okay, 500,000 shares of stock. They're buying the May 23 puts. So the stock is 25.11. Somebody either wanted to protect gains that they've already got in a very nice move in Macy's, or say, what if the consumer is cutting back a little because of high gas prices or any other excuse? Somebody's betting that they either need protection or that they want to think and bet that the stock trades down, which is why you would buy the 23 puts with the stock at 25, $2 lower. So what will I do? I will buy the 25 or 24 puts and sell a lower strike put against it, because that's still 1-to-1 strategy, which is a put vertical spread, is what I will employ. Hey, folks, thank you for joining me today here at NFTLA. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like, check out marketrebellion.com/get started. There you can learn all about trading stock, options, crypto on marketrebellion.com/get started. You can also see about our subscription services, which include what I've just described, the unusual activity, or UOA, a phrase that my brother Pete and I coined. I might be joining Scott Wapner, by the way, at 4 o'clock today, Eastern time, just as the market closes in overtime. So make sure you check out Scott's show. Great show at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Or perhaps if you watch that CNBC show overtime, you'll see me this afternoon. Bang. Let's make it a good one, folks.